Hello everyone. Today we'll be discussing HTML. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It allows the user to create and structure sections, paragraphs, headings, links, and block quotes for web pages and applications. It is the main markup language of the web. Virtually every website that exists today is written using HTML. It runs natively in every browser and is maintained by the World Wide Web Consortium. HTML is not a programming language, but the question is why? It is not a programming language because it does not have the ability to create dynamic functionality. Instead, it makes it possible to organize and format documents, similar to the way Microsoft Office or Microsoft Word organizes documents and text and images in a file. That is the same way the HTML organizes files and documents on a web page. How and where did HTML come from? First, it is important to note that HTML was invented by Tim Berners-Lee, who was a physicist at the CERN Research Institute in Switzerland. He came up with the idea of an internet-based hypertext system. By hypertext, I mean a text that contains references to other texts that viewers can access immediately. What he did was, in the year 1991, he published the first version of HTML, which consists basically of 18 HTML tags. In the subsequent videos, I will be explaining what HTML tags mean. Since then, each new version of the HTML language came with new tags and attributes to the markup. According to Mozilla Developer Network's HTML element reference, currently there are 140 HTML tags, although some of them are already obsolete, meaning some browsers today do not support them. How does HTML work? HTML is simply a set of rules or instructions that tell the browser how to render objects, such as images, text, sound, video, and other elements on the user's viewport or screen. When the browser loads a web page, it basically reads the content of the web page following the markup instructions in the HTML file. But then, HTML cannot work alone. Even though it is a powerful language, it is not enough to build most of the professional websites we see today. HTML cannot give you a fully professional and fully responsive website. The only thing we can use it to do is to add text elements to create the structure of a basic web page. But other languages such as JavaScript, Python, C# can be used along with CSS or cascading styling sheets to make more interactive and responsive web pages. This is a picture of how Amazon.com looked in the initial days. You can see how it looks. Not really beautiful, is it? So this web page was basically built with HTML and very minimal CSS or styling. Every HTML document must contain three important elements. So what we have here is the basic structure of a HTML document. Basically, every HTML document should have the HTML tag, the element, the head element, the body element. In the subsequent videos, we will be discussing these concepts in greater detail. I have here on my screen a typical file created using the Visual Studio Code editor. You can type this into your CodePen and see how it works. As aforementioned, the three important elements are included here, and this document contains all that is necessary for the browser to render your page correctly. So we have the doc type, HTML, the head, the body, and the HTML elements. At the end of this lecture, we should be able to build this sample website using HTML. See you in the subsequent lectures.